Hi guys, this is Raquel with Paints and Glitter, and today I just wanted to share a little project with you that I made. Last year I picked up this little stamp and die set, if you can see here, from Recollections, and I remember it just kind of, I don't know, I found it at the store and I thought, I think I can play around with that and have a bit of fun with it because I love miniatures, I love little itty bitty details on projects, and I played around with it last year, but I didn't really do much with it. But this year I decided, you know what, I'm going to sit down and play with it and see what I can make. So what I did is I made this. I picked up a snow globe, and I'm going to move this out of the way. And I made a little house, a little miniature house. And I know that I'm moving it, so I apologize if it makes anyone dizzy. If you can tell there, I stamped it on red cardstock. What I did was that I used gray ink, and I literally was just, you know, playing around to see, okay, let me see where this goes. And as you can tell, it's still drying. I just got it on my finger here. Let me see if I can wipe this off. Here we go. So I'm making a little bit of a mess still, but it's okay because it's just the snow that I added on the edges. But I stamped it there on pink cardstock, and then what I did was that I stamped the roof, which is kind of hard to see in this angle, but I stamped the roof with the gray and the little detail there on the back of the house. And I also stamped some craft cardstock with the little tree stamp in that little collection. And as you can tell, it cuts out the little tree, and the little house is very easily assembled because there's nothing to it. It's just, you know, a little box basically. And then I took my gel pen and colored in the little heart in white. I think, yes, I did it on the back as well. And then I started to assemble it onto the base of this here little snow globe, as you can tell. Now the snow globe is not in perfect shape because I picked it up and I wasn't really looking at every little inch of it, and I regret not doing so because it's got a couple of little faults here and there. But having said that, I'm quite happy with my project. The little brush tree there I had in my stash, that's from Tim Holtz, and I still have stuff all over my fingers. The little silver hearts I added to the tree, and those are little heart-shaped sequins in silver. I added little baubles and pearls to the bottom there that you could probably see. And then I placed everything on a bed of poinsettias that I cut out with a Spellbinders die. And here, I don't know if you can tell, but see the little snowman? I made the snowman with the beads. I adhered them together and put sequins on top and on the bottom, as well as a little pearl on the top of his head there. And then I added a little silver heart sequin there for the snowman. I also added antique buttons that I have in my stash, and little pearls. This little acorn in the bottom is also from Tim Holtz. And I added Nouveau drops to the top to make it appear as if it has, you know, glistening snow. And more little pearls back there, more Nouveau drops, as well as snow texture all over the little house and the trees. So yeah, and I'm really quite happy with that. Then on top, what I did was I was given some appliques by, these were from Robin. Thank you so much, Robin, for the appliques. I used them here. I adhered them onto the snow globe there. And I added glitter of different kinds that I have, and then I added gems, antique buttons, and then I topped it all off with the same poinsettia die there, and an antique button there in the center. And I'm hoping that this is focusing correctly, but it has an antique button there, and then a pearl in the center. And I also used different kinds of glitter there. That is texture paste from Ranger. Sorry, I couldn't think of the product. This is also from Tim Holtz. You can probably recognize that. And I also added Nouveau drops here and there to the lace, just on the very edges there, to give it the appearance of having pearls on the actual applique. So if you see that, maybe on this side you could see it a little bit better. So there's little Nouveau pearls here and there. So I really like that. Then on the bottom here, where I'm sticking my fingers and making a mess because it's still wet. And I'm trying not to ruin it, of course, but I wanted to share it, and it'll dry just fine. This snow text stuff and is kind of, you know, it's quite forgiving. So it's just like gesso. But what I did down here was that I used the Ranger, the paste, texture paste, I'm sorry, and I added glitter to it. I also added a ribbon there to cover the plastic lid there, or cover if you will. So I added glitter all the way around, and then here and there I used the snow text also to add more of that snowy textures. So that's why I'm not concerned with the fact that I'm getting it on my fingers, because I'm just going to go back and keep adding it wherever I take it off by accident. I'm not too worried about it. Then as far as the shaker bits, those are all seed beads in silver. So it's a silver and gold-ish project. So, and I'm sorry for the glare here. I realize that the lighting here doesn't really do this justice. It's not helping me at all. I don't know if I take this away also. Maybe that'll make it look a little bit better. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I'll post pictures because, oh, and then, I'm sorry, at the top, which is also impossible to see here, I actually strung some clear, I guess they're gem-like beads. I don't know, like the little chandelier beads. Maybe there you can see them a little bit better. It's just if I tip it over, they shake. But what they're strung on a silver, they're on a silver string, and what I did was that when I opened this bauble here, I adhered it to the very top, so it would be on the opposite side of where this flower is. I adhered it with hot glue, and then I covered the actual glue with a gem, so you don't see any of that adhesive anywhere. But yeah, that's my little project, and I'm going to clean my hands and put this in a nice place in my living room. I'm actually keeping this one because I put a lot of work into it, even though it is miniature in size, but the miniatures sometimes take a little bit longer to work on than bigger projects, but I'm quite happy with it. I hope that you've liked this video. Please let me know what you think. I love feedback, of course, just like anyone else, and I hope that this can be inspiring to you and that you can be blessed. If you have any questions for me, feel free to reach out to me or leave me a comment below. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.